In 1 year, I will be down to 1 kid living in the house. I have gone from a family of 6 to currently a family of 4 to what will be a family of 3, and I'm already noticing I have too much inventory. There's just too much going on. So I don't want to throw it away, so I'm going to do a combo of donations and eating in order to pare this down to a reasonable amount for what will be soon a house of empty nesters. Something happened, I blinked, and we got old. Okay, step number 1, I'm sorry about this part. You actually do have to do inventory. So, don't need to buy cereal is what we're saying. Breakfast, check. So obviously I'm not gonna sit down and pour a giant bowl of cereal and like not put milk in it. So I'm not putting restrictions like, I'm not going to the grocery store at all. I can buy milk, I can buy fresh produce and vegetables and yogurt because we do like yogurt a good amount. But otherwise, I am basing every meal I can off of what is here. Grab your flavored beverage that you already have in your pantry. Let's go. It is July 9th and I have not gone to the grocery store yet so far in July. So I did some grocery shopping. I want to show you what we've got going on in our attempt to clean out all of the food that we have. Okay, first of all, I'm kicking it off with some Tylenol. I have just a raging headache today, so I just downed some of that. All right, here we go. I pulled these out of the freezer to thaw. So I'm looking at 2 pounds of the ground beefs. I still have some freezer burnt cooked black beans. I'm going to make a taco meat situation with these romaine hearts that I found in my outside fridge. I find these last a very, very long time. I think I bought these in June. They're still good, haven't even opened them. And in my freezer outside, I pulled out this sunflower and honey bread to thaw, and then my last bagel package, I'm pretty sure my last one, this sourdough, thawing these out. So we've got bread, I've got a dinner for tonight ready to go. And because I'm doing 2 pounds of beef plus a good amount of black beans, I'm gonna prep all the lettuce. We can do nachos, we can do burritos, we can do taco salads, just ready to go. And I kind of want to make a plan for the next couple of days as well, because I am going to have to hit up the grocery store for some fresh items. But remember, our plan is to buy as little as possible, not nothing at all. I cooked the ground beef and threw in the black beans. They're still a little frozen, but it's fine. I found 2 taco seasoning packets that were open in my spice cabinet. I don't know what that's about. So those will definitely go in. And this open salsa was in my fridge. This will also go in. A little bit of water to get everything going. And now I'll just simmer this all together until everything is seasoned. And then I'm gonna show you all the different things you can do with this once it is meal prepped. Okay, the first thing you can make are just regular tacos. So I have this coleslaw mix. I get this from Sam's Club that I'm dumping all over the counter, and whatever sauce you want to put in it, I have this one in my fridge already. You could also do mayo and lime juice, a little salt and pepper, what is also fine. I'm trying to use up what I have, so I will put a good dose of that in there. Stir it up, make sure it's coated nicely, a lot of flavor. Continue to throw it on the counter, that's what we want.
You're messy.
I have some of these are kind of smaller tortillas. Little bit of our beef and bean filling right here. A little bit of our slaw right on top. This is one of my husband's favorite meals. You can use any meat you want. I've done it with steak, I've done it with fish. You just do black beans and potatoes, honestly. The beauty is the crunchy, flavorful slaw on top. So yummy, I love it. Another option is a taco salad. I have a bunch of these bags of almost used up chips, including all these crumbs. This is perfect for that. So I just have a bed of lettuce. That's probably a whole cup of the meat and beans right there. Perfect usage for the crunched up chips. Whatever sauce you like, I'm gonna use this jalapeno sauce, kind of as a dressing, and a little bit of shredded cheese. That is also always a winner. And last but not least, a rice bowl. This is a very large bowl. This is probably over a cup of rice. And then from this point, you can literally put whatever you want. Let me show you my favorites. So I am gonna add a little bit of the slaw because I like the crunch over there on the side. Whoops. A little avocado is a perfect addition. Let's see if this one's any good. That one went a little overboard, but we can salvage some of it. I'm gonna put some chips in mine because I like them. And my favorite addition, the corn salsa from Trader Joe's. A little bit of lime juice on top and we are good to go. And excuse me, I need to go eat my lunch. I'm doing a quick inventory of vegetables, frozen vegetables. I definitely want to use these up. I tend to keep proteins in here. Well, that's ice cream. Okay, so let's not talk about that.
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
But obviously I've got pork belly, sausage, some salmon, some roasts tucked in there, some ground beef, sausage. But I think back there, 3 bags of butternut squash. This one's gonna be hard for me because no one in my family likes this. I'm trying to remember why I bought this. That feels like an odd choice for me. Also, I do tend to use these super cubes all the time. So I think I have 3 servings of this like sausage and bean and rice stew. So there's like 1, 2, 3. So that's a full meal right there where I don't have to do anything. That's also ice cream. Listen, if you weren't here when I got the deal on the ice cream, I just like a deal, what can I say? And you know what happens to me when I see shrimp like this is I'm like, I need to make gumbo. Is gumbo in the summer appropriate? Everyone in my family loves gumbo. It does feel like something we could do. We get a lot out of here and hanging out in the fridge side, you guys, it's real sad. There's my butter drawer. That should be okay for a while. I've got 1 package of the Boursin, 1 loaf of bread, a couple of potatoes. I should check to see if these are even good anymore, and some jam. And I have one milk. That is all. In my inside freezer, let's move that over. I know I have, someone needs to eat waffles. I know I have some veggies right here, some green beans, edamame, a bag of something else, and then that's mango chunks. Okay, that might be all the veggies, so I might need to pick up a couple of things. I am using up the rest of this yellow curry paste that was in my fridge. All gone. Did some chicken thighs that I had in my freezer. And to this, I'm gonna add a bunch of veggies that I found in my freezer slash fridge. They're over here. This one was from Dollar Tree, of all places. These were in the fridge. And why not throw some peas in? Is it traditional? Probably not. Will it taste fine? Yes. And my family loves it when we have yellow curry, so this will be a win. My daughter made chocolate chip cookies last night, so that was very exciting. Used up some pretzels and chocolate chips in our pantry. I am making chia seed pudding out of this almond milk, which is gonna expire soon, and these chia seeds I just got from Thrive Market, but I also wanted to use up these mango chunks I've had in the freezer. I bought a ton of them when they were on clearance. Here's the ratio for you. I blended the mango right here. It's a 1/2 cup of the almond milk per 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. I'm just gonna do a 1/2 cup of liquid. I'm measuring everything out in here. I wanted the mango to give it some flavor. I will also use this sugar-free syrup to give it a little bit of flavor. And hopefully we will come up with a delicious breakfast for my husband and daughter for the next 2 days. You can also use protein powder. That works just great. I think I'm gonna go with 3 cups of liquid total. Maybe a tablespoon of this for sweetener. Give it a little bit of whiskey business. So it should taste like very tropically. And then tomorrow morning we can top it with sliced bananas, shredded coconut. I do have a couple of strawberries. This is a 1/4 cup, which is 4 tablespoons. So that would be enough for 1 cup of liquid. Am I doing that right? That feels crazy. Yeah, they all say the same thing. Okay, that's for 1 cup. Woo! Man, they really look like bugs, don't they? I'm gonna blow through chia seeds at this rate. Okay, so I wanna give this a really solid mix. And then if you've got pretty jars to put these into, you can do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna put them in this giant one and then they can scoop out however much they want tomorrow. Out of the pantry, I'm using this jar of sauce, and I had cooked these spicy hot sausages and stuck them in the freezer. So I pulled these out and throw those in the sauce right now, which is warming. Some parm in the fridge, and I had this in the freezer as well. This tomato herb.
Herberflinger. Bert Herngeif. Herblinger. Bingo ling.
Brioche bread. I don't know, garlic bread out of that with this pasta. A really easy dinner. There's nothing wrong with some pasta and sauce, and I have some salad ingredients. Make a quick salad. This will be a really delicious meal that everyone likes in my family. My teen sons love pasta. We try to have it at least once a week, so here we go. I don't know why I have 2 open bottles that are roughly the same usage. Like, what is happening in this house? So I pulled out these barbecue sauces. I also have these sliders that I bought on clearance and popped in the freezer. And I'm thinking, well, these have just been sitting around. We should do barbecue beef sliders in the oven. I have some sliced cheese and a little bit of fruit on the side, and we're gonna be good to go. So this is the simplest recipe ever. You basically mix this with this, put it on this. That's it. Also wanted to mention that I have been donating from my basement food storage to my local soup kitchen. I have taken over probably 4 boxes of food over there about once a week for the last month, and I'm down, are you ready for this? To 2 jars of spaghetti sauce. 2. Can you believe it? I think I'm making progress. Dinner served. Haley made this salad yesterday. Cantaloupe, oranges, found those in a kid's room. So we're gonna eat them, and then our sandwiches. Here we go. Tonight for dinner, I'm making some chicken with Asian-ish noodles. So over here in this huge pan, oops, I'm making a mess is what I'm doing. I am cooking down some shredded carrots and green onions just until the carrots are soft. I have a couple of chicken breasts over here I'm about to flip. These just have some salt and panko breadcrumbs. I'll put this on top of my noodles, which will be cooked in this pan. This looks pretty good, right? Okay, after about 5 minutes, I added a ton of purple cabbage. This is an enormous skillet, like 14 inches wide and probably 4 inches deep, very, very big. Over here I have my second batch of chicken. There's my first batch. I have 6 chicken breasts going on right here. These are fairly smallish. I'm about to mix in, this is like 2 cups of teriyaki glaze. You know, you get it in the bottle. And some Thai sweet chili and water to thin it out. Out of my pantry, I have a bunch of these. So we're gonna use these stir-fry noodles to add to our veggies and sauce. One thing I've been thinking about during this pantry challenge is a lot of the things you eat from the pantry, rice, beans, potatoes, it doesn't mean settling for less. In fact, those types of foods fuel my bike rides really, really well. My goal has never been to eat less. It's to waste less while still taking care of my body, which is why I'm excited to partner with Hume Health for today's video. Now, like a lot of people, I only focused on one thing for a very, very long time, the number on the scale, my weight. I used to weigh myself every single day. And if the number on the scale was either the same or higher than it was the day before, I felt like a failure. Especially like when you've been eating well, you've been tracking calories, you've been exercising, and that little number will ruin or make your day depending on where it lands. That is just not how our bodies work. There are so many things that affect the number on the scale. So I really love the Hume Pod, which is a full body analyzer, and it gives you 40 different health metrics, not just weight, not just the gravitational pull that my body has on the earth. I personally want to know what my muscle mass is. I want to know if I'm dehydrated or not. I want to know if my right bicep is bigger than my left bicep, because nobody wants that. Symmetry, this is what we want. The Hume Pod also comes with a free app that allows users to set goals to track your progress more easily over time. There are workout programs in the app, a weekly health score, and it also even syncs with some third-party wearables like Fitbit, Apple, and more. And it can be used with up to 24 different devices for everyone in your family. So for me, whether I'm trying to eat out of my pantry or train for a bike ride or just have general overall health and know what's going on with my body, I don't want to have to make guesses. So the Hume Pod has been really beneficial for me because I'm kind of a numbers geek. I love that stuff. And they are offering an amazing discount today, 50% off, plus a discount code from me to you. It's Frugal Fit Mom for the extra discount. And if you are in the US, it is FSA and HSA eligible. Okay, so my code is only good for the next 7 days. It is the first link down in the doobly-doo below. Click the first link below. I'll also pin a comment in the comment section. I hope you check it out. I think you're really gonna love it. Okay, let's get back to more cooking. Welcome to Winco. It is July something. It's July 13th. So I needed to come grocery shopping because I was totally out of a lot of veggies, most of my fruits. I did have a special request from my daughter. She wanted dill cream cheese, which I can only get at Walmart. But I'm at Winco and they had this garden veggie one, which I feel like will be okay, like a savory sandwich. I'm trying out their lactose-free milk here from Winco, their brand, because it's cheaper than the Walmart organic milk. In case you're new around here, I buy milk with a long shelf life. Ultra pasteurized milk, I don't care if it's organic or lactose-free, I just need a long shelf life because milk in my area goes bad like really, really quickly. It's very weird. If you have a Winco and you haven't checked it out, don't sleep on the Winco. They have great prices on all kinds of stuff. Not everything, but a lot of stuff. Reminder, no credit cards allowed. It's debit or cash or check. So I've got some cash in my pocket. I'm hoping my debit card's in my wallet. We're gonna go check out. I'll tell you what it costs. Okay, $26 at the Winco. It was pretty good. Even with like the over $6 I spent in milk. I wanted to get peaches and strawberries, but their peaches were like hard as rocks. They didn't look very good. So I'm just down the street from Sam's Club. I think I'm gonna run down to Sam's Club and see if they've got strawberries and peaches for a pretty good price. And then that will be my grocery shopping for July 13th. And then we'll go home and I'll show you what I'm cooking with the stuff that I bought. Okay, I ended up coming to Costco instead of Sam's Club because I had to return the creamy and I forgot. I thought I got a better deal on it than I did. With tax, I got back $200. $200. Does that mean I just got like free groceries for the next 2 weeks? Because hashtag girl math. So if you saw my last video, you know I'm on a bowl hunt. I like these a lot. These are stoneware, but they're coated in a different like finish on the outside, so I don't hate these. And they stack. It's $10 for 6. I don't know. Here we go. Here's the whole haul from Winco, which I already kind of showed you. $26 there. Grabbed the peaches from Costco, the avocados, this was just over $6. 2 pounds of strawberries, that was $4. Now let's cook a few more items and show you what else I'm using up. All right, welcome to the downstairs. I wanted to get some chicken out. Aha! To make pad thai. This is way too much chicken. Oh no. Okay, well, I mean, 2 years later, it's gonna be fine, guys.
You sure about that?
And then also, I think this is halibut.
Halibut.
Also, let's set this to the side. I do want to make gumbo. And this chicken that I got, less than a year ago, look at me. These 2 chickens out to thaw. Let's make some authentic Cajun gumbo. I have often done the stovetop method, but I have let it go in favor of the oven method, which is a lot less hands-on time and creates a delicious roux. So your measurements are going to be equal parts, fat and flour. So I'm gonna use whoops. It's fine. I'm gonna use all of that. It didn't fall on in the flour, it fell on the counter. All of this into my measuring cup right here. I'll pop it in the microwave just to get a more accurate measurement. Okay, it looks like we are sitting at right at I'm holding it a little weird, right at 3/4 of a cup of bacon fat. Of course, oil, lard, whatever, is all fine. And 3/4 of a cup of all-purpose flour. So there's a half right there and a 1/4 cup. Take your whisk and kind of mix those together. I will be putting this into my oven. My oven's at 350 degrees. I'm gonna let it go for 30 minutes before I pull it out and give it my first stir. After that, I'll do every 20 minutes. You want this to be dark, real dark, at the bare minimum, the color of peanut butter. Peanut butter. 30 minutes, whisk. This is what it looks like right now. Let's pop this in the oven and we'll talk about another necessary. Hey, our roux is going. Next up, you have to have the Holy Trinity: celery, onion, and bell pepper. Now this step is gonna be like, put as many as you want. There is a ratio, it's not that big of a deal. It doesn't matter that much. This is optional, the garlic. So my mom doesn't love garlic, so she always left it out. I do like garlic, I like to add that. Chop all these into even-sized pieces because we will saute our Trinity in the roux when the roux is ready. This is 30 minutes. I'm gonna do a little whisk situation, and this is Not even freaking close. Not even close. Set my timer for 20 to 30. I might do 25. Okay, this is the 1 hour mark. We are definitely getting closer to what we want. So I would call this like peanut butter color. Grandma would definitely go darker than this. So I'm gonna start stirring every 15 minutes. Now that we are at this point, definitely don't want it to burn. Once your roux is at this stage, you can do one of two things. Number one, you can stick it in the fridge and cook it tomorrow or the next day. You don't have to cook this today, or if you want to cook it today, we want this at a medium-ish, low-ish setting, and we will saute our trinity in the roux for at least 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. Then we will come in with our broth. You do need a broth of some kind. In gumbo, a chicken broth will always work, so feel free to use that. If you're making a seafood gumbo, a seafood or shrimp stock would be lovely. If you don't want to make your own, my grandpa literally always used this and it was fine. We've been going about 10 minutes. It is time to add our broth. So I'm doing 8 cups of water and then I'll put the powder in. 8 teaspoons of this. It's 1 teaspoon per cup of water. Bay leaves. You have to have these. Now, you may not notice the flavor of them if they're in there, but if they're not in there, you'll notice that they're missing. I'm gonna go 3 bay leaves. Okay, next up, we need Tony's. This is the brand my family always used. It's a member of the family. We called him Uncle Tony's. So enough to look right. If I had to guess, start with a teaspoon and then taste it in an hour. If you feel like there's something missing, it's this. So we'll give that a little bit of a stir, turn the heat up to get it going. Okay, now we have to determine if you are going to move into a chicken and sausage gumbo. This was the standard for me when I was growing up. My mom always made chicken and sausage. Or you could do a seafood gumbo. In an authentic world, it's chicken and sausage or seafood. However, I stumbled across someone who put them all together. I started doing it and I love it. So I actually combine all of these. So let's talk about the ingredients. I have a full family size package of chicken thighs. I will pull the skins off, but I cook them on the bone. I'll actually add these to my boiling liquid right now. I'll wait maybe 30 minutes. Then I will add my sausage. If you can get your hands on actual Louisiana sausage, which this one is, this will be the best. Any type of andouille labeled sausage that was not made in Louisiana is not the same. This stuff is good in freaking everything. Okay, so back here, I actually have is it Adele's Cajun andouille? I know it's covered up. I just use frozen shrimp. I can't get fresh shrimp where I live. I thought I had pulled out 2 pounds. I didn't. This is 1 pound. This feels a little light to me. I also love to put clams. So I will put 2 cans of the chopped clams juice and everything go in there. And if you can get it fresh crab, not fake crab, the fresh stuff is very, very good. You can also do scallops. These are great. Most of your seafood's gonna go in at the very, very end because it cooks quickly. Scallops is like 2 minutes before starting. So for the moment, I'm gonna set my seafood to the side and we're gonna do the chicken and sausage portion. It smells so good in here. Okay, in comes my chicken. I think it's 8 pieces, 8 thighs. Okay, I'm gonna let this go with the chicken in it at a simmer for 20 minutes and then I'll come back and add the sausage. Okay, it's been 20 minutes. I'm coming in with all of my sausage, my really good one and my not so good one. Remember, we make do. We make do with what we have. And now you can see I'm like really coming up to the top of this pot, which is why I only started with 8 cups of water to begin with. I can always add more if I need to. Okay, I want to simmer the sausage in here for a good 30 minutes and then we will taste for seasonings. Okay, I pulled all of the chicken off the bone and threw it back in, kind of in big chunks like this. So my temperature is down fairly low and I'm gonna come in with my seafood at this point. I did end up finding more shrimp in my freezer. This is 3 pounds. You totally don't have to use this much. Shrimp don't take very long, maybe 5 minutes. Oh, that is full. And because I want to get my scallops out of my freezer as well, I'm gonna go chop them up real small and put them in after I turn this heat off because they'll just cook in the hot liquid. They don't take much. That was so good. My entire family ate it in a day and a half. It seems like as long as you make really, really delicious food, and even if you have leftovers, it will be gone very, very quickly. Today's July 14th. I found this on the counter. So I think my boys got some oatmeal packets for breakfast before they went to their sports. I got one in cross country and one in competitive gymnastics. They're both gone right now. So I pulled a 3-pound rump roast out of my freezer and chopped it into bite-sized cubes. This is a little bit of an experiment. And out of my spice cabinet, I have a bunch of these. The McCormick Street Taco Carne Asada is actually delicious. If you've never bought this, highly recommend. The flavor is just impeccable. I'm gonna be making steak taco bowls, like carne asada taco bowls out of this. Okay, let's throw this one in here. Maybe 2 tablespoons or so. And I'll do maybe a cup of water and a chunk of that. I don't use beef broth a ton, with a cup of water. Okay, that looks pretty good actually. I just wanna make sure all the seasonings are like down in there and the meat's a little coated. I'm gonna start it on high for like an hour, hour and a half, and then drop it to low. I'm gonna cook it all day long, which is perfect for the summer because I don't wanna heat up the house. And I didn't want a standard roast flavor, so we're trying something different. Okay. While this goes, let's find the rest of our taco bowl toppings. Okay, I pulled a bunch of stuff out of my fridge, freezer, and pantry to make my steak rice bowls. So I have this rice right here along with a couple of packets of rice. So I'll start with these, top it off with that, make that in the Instant Pot. In the fridge, I have this guy, it's about right there, and this guy for toppings. I'm actually gonna mix this with this slaw for a topping for the bowl. Got a couple of limes, 1 holy guacamole cup, plus I found this one in the freezer, pulled this one out to thaw, along with this salsa. I'll probably also pull out some cheese when the time comes. Oh my gosh, I think that one's gone. Yes, an entire condiment. Finished. And if my flavor's just a little subpar, but I don't think it is, we can add some lime juice. And if it's too much, I can add more slaw because I still have some. But whatever I don't use, I will use in tomorrow's dinner, which I'm going to attempt to make pad thai. So we shall see. Oh, I actually think I have too much sauce in there. All right, we'll bulk it up a little bit. Beautiful. Okay, stick that in the fridge until tonight. And this is your friendly reminder to find all of the baking mixes hanging out in your pantry and make them. Today, I'm gonna be making this lemon poppy seed, 99 cents at the discount store, as well as this blueberry Kodiak cake, $1.39. I'm only following the instructions on the back. We don't typically use these for breakfast. They're like snacks in the middle of the day. I love them for like pre-workout. I am doing something very outside of my comfort zone. I'm gonna try and use this pad thai sauce. There are instructions right here. I'm gonna try and follow the instructions. So here are my rice noodles. I have this kind, which I got at Dollar Tree, what feels like a million years ago, these brown rice noodles. I also have just white rice sticks. I don't know if I need this. I'm gonna use chicken in this application. I did find bean sprouts at Winco, and I do have the rest of this coleslaw that I'm also going to put in it. Need to chop this up, soak these so they're ready for a stir fry. So the problem is the pad thai only uses a half a cup of this sauce, a half a cup. Look how much I have. This is like 3 cups of sauce. So I'm toying with doubling it. Is that a bad plan? But I feel like I just wanna try. Anyway, I'm gonna prep my ingredients and then we'll just like see what we see. Okay, here's what happened. The chicken I thawed, it is freezer burnt in a lot of sections and doesn't smell perfect.
You sure about that? That's why?
So I got out new chicken to thaw, but I'm not throwing this away. I'm cooking it up to make dog treats. So there's nothing on this. There's no salt, there's no pepper. I'm just cooking it so it doesn't go to waste. And then I'm gonna use that one for my pad thai. I am putting the chicken in first. This is 1 pound of diced chicken. I was kind of winging it with the pad thai, to be honest. It was so good. My daughter and I ate basically the entire pan by ourselves in a day and a half. I need to make it again stat right now. I need to make it again manana. It was freaking delicious. What have I been doing with my life that I have not been making pad thai just all the time? It's July 21st. Ran to the grocery store to get some produce, nectarines, all the peaches I got before everyone blew through those. Some cucumbers, Parmesan cheese, because I wanted to make an Alfredo pasta. Strawberries. These look like a fun grape right now. Black seedless table grapes. They were pretty inexpensive for the 3 pounds. I was 100% out of onions. That hasn't happened in a very long time. 15 pounds of russet potatoes. I'm gonna be making homemade fries and mashed potatoes and potato soup out of these. Just under $5 for 15 pounds, pretty good. Bananas, totally out. We were just out of all the fruit. 2 bags of the Cosmic Crisp apples because we're going through these pretty quickly. Another huge bag of chips. My daughter does go through tortilla chips relatively quick. She'll make homemade guac. And I was totally out of yogurt. So my husband's like, fruit bowls have no yogurt. He's been doing like milk and granola, but I found these Dan & Light & Fit 6-pack at my discount store. These expire tomorrow, but I do find I can get an extra few days. And then once those are gone, I found these at Sam's Club. BT dubs. This was all from Sam's Club except for this. The Chobani drinks 12 count was on a special sale today. So this is everything I got. This is my total that I have spent on this, and I'm done shopping for the month. I know what you're gonna say. I haven't made much of a difference. I know that's what you're gonna say. And yeah, I have been cooking out of here in my freezers for 6 freaking weeks. So what's the point? Number 1, obviously I've got a long way to go, okay? Number 2, hi, I'm the problem, it's me. Number 3, 3 bites to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop. No, hang on, wrong 3. Number 3 is that most people have enough food already in their house. Most Americans, let's say that, have enough food in their house to eat for several weeks / months, question mark? Oh my gosh, the cookies are still here. Oh geez. And what I do, I make huge portions of meals. Absolutely enormous. So as I was saying earlier in the video, like the pad thai we ate for a day and a half. The gumbo we ate for a day and a half. So I wanna like cook some chicken and put it in these boxes and get rid of these. But it's been taking us multiple days to go through the previous meals that I'm just not getting to these. And like, they're not even touching the cereal. Hey, Tyler, why are you not eating cereal?
I've had cereal like 3 days in a row for breakfast.
But I still have, there's 5 boxes of cereal right here.
You sick, broken child.
Hey, what do you eat for snacks? Like apples
Yeah.
with peanut butter, a banana with Nutella.
The only time I eat snacks is when like I'm watching TV.
So you're saying you don't eat snacks?
Not like regularly.
That's a 17-year-old boyfriend, does not eat snacks. So I'm sitting here with all these snacks and no one's touching them. This might be a year project. Do you want to see me eating out of my pantry for a year? We got to get this empty. My friends, I challenge you this week, meal plan based out of what is already here, and see if you can save a couple $100s to use towards something way more fun than going grocery shopping. Like going to see a play, going to see a movie. Have you seen the new Odyssey movie? What do you think? That's all I have for you today. Christine out. But wait, there's more. This last weekend, I participated in my very first downhill mountain bike race. So imagine rocky, very, very steep, straight down a mountain, and you do that on your bike, and then they time you with a stopwatch, and whoever's the fastest wins. My friend Sarah invited me to go on this downhill bike race. She got a free entry, and she's like, Christine, you want to go shred? And I'm like, but of course. Now I'm not a pro at the downhill. I'm not a pro at any of the mountain biking, okay? I can do blues and greens pretty solidly. I've done a couple of blacks, but I don't jump. I don't take huge drops. I don't know how this is gonna go. So we spend a couple of days at the mountain pre-riding the course. 3 days ago was the race. We show up on race day. I'm feeling a little confident, but also a little apprehensive because during my practice, there's a couple of sections like I just can't get, you know? And then there is a little bit of cross-country section, and I'm riding a big freaking heavy bike. So it's exhausting to like bike it up these little punchy things with this very heavy bike. We get up there, there's like no women. I think there were 5 women total. Typically, I've found in cycling, it's a 10% to 90% ratio of women to men. It's quite intimidating. The men are so good. So my timer goes and I'm going.
How you feeling?
Nervous, excited, feel like I'm gonna throw up.
Gonna crush. Yeah, girl. Woo! She's up next.
I'm thinking not crashing is faster than crashing, okay? So I'm trying to use some speed while also being cautious on the first 2 miles, which is a black, chunky, rock garden descent. My hands hurt so bad. The brakes, pulling the brakes, my wrists. I get to the bottom of the black section, hella freaking luya, no crashing, rubber side down the whole time. I'm ecstatic. There's a little road turn and then I drop into the next kind of flowy trail section, which is fine. I get to the road and I realize I'm like hyperventilating. I am panting so hard. I'm not pedaling up, I'm going down. So why am I breathing so hard? My friends, the adrenaline. The adrenaline is real. Have you ever done extreme sports? And did I forget to breathe while I was panicked with the fear of potentially smashing my face into a rock? Maybe, perhaps so. Overall, it was awesome. And also, I did get first place.